So, with the leaks fully being released and this upcoming chapter that is about to be released soon, there is something in specific that I wanted to talk about, and that has to obviously do with Matsuri and Konohamaru, as Boruto is currently watching as it appears like his sensei is about to be devoured by the likes of Matsuri. So what exactly is going down here, as we have a lot to actually discuss when it comes to Matsuri and Konohamaru, because we almost have a lackadaisical approach to this when it comes to Kashin Koji and Boruto, because even if we go back to their short conversation about what exactly is going on, as we know that Kashin Koji is working alongside the two singularities of fate being Ada and Boruto, and Kashin Koji has asked Ada to relate to him information about what is exactly going on. And this is what we have here. She says that Konohamaru is in a bind. He enraged Matsuri pretty badly. Even now, it seems like she is about to devour him and kill him. And here we have Boruto or Kashin Koji. I don't exactly know who says it, but I'm kind of leaning towards Boruto because of where the lines are indicating. We have him say, "How are Sarada and the others? Do they seem like they can defeat Ryu?" What's interesting here is that it appears like Boruto and Kashin Koji are not too worried about what is going on with Konohamaru and Matsuri. However, they are focused on what is going on with Sarada. And if we continue on with the conversation, Ida says they're giving it their best shot, but I am still not sure how it will end up. At the very least, it will be difficult to assist Konohamaru right now. And Boruto starts clenching his sword with Kashin Koji, who says, "I understand the feeling of wanting to rush out there. Suppress it. Don't act now." This is very interesting, and there's a couple ways to interpret this. And let's go off the one that has to deal with Konohamaru before we go on to the one that deals with Sarada. What we have here is a Boruto who could be worried about Konohamaru due to the last line that is being indicated from Ida, due to the fact that we have her say that it will be difficult to assist Konohamaru right now, which is the last thing she says before we see Boruto actually clench his sword. Maybe Boruto is scared that at this moment he has waited too long to be able to protect his sensei, thus meaning that Konohamaru will actually end up being devoured, and him listening to Kashin Koji by him saying that there is a high chance that they will actually end up winning is actually false. And what was unlikely to happen is what is happening right now with Boruto, who is about to lose his sensei. And Konohamaru and Matsuri being one is something that could actually end up taking place. We know a lot of people discuss the fact that Matsuri obviously loves Konohamaru, so she wouldn't want to get rid of Konohamaru altogether. But love can cause you to do dumb things, exactly with what Jura says. And Ryu's exact conversation here, I will save it for a video of itself, but it actually reveals a lot about Jura and his future goal. And the video I have coming up for it is going to be quite good, and I'm quite excited to talk about Jura's character as a lot has been revealed. So if you also have your personal thoughts right now, do let me know in the comment section below, and also make sure to like and subscribe at the current moment. But going back to Matsuri and Konohamaru, we have a Matsuri who wants to get rid of this pain that is being caused by Konohamaru not wanting to allow Matsuri to call her Konohamaru in an endearing way. Konohamaru doesn't really understand that. I don't know if they're going with the fact that, oh, men don't really understand emotions and are not emotionally intelligent. This could be an example of this right here with Konohamaru, but I feel like Ida perfectly sums up the current situation and what Konohamaru should have really done. She says, "Just an opinion, but I don't think the name she is using is the main problem here. She is hell-bent on having a mutually accepted relationship. You don't understand a thing, Konohamaru." And this perfectly sums up Konohamaru throughout the entire series. He just doesn't seem to understand and just doesn't seem to be able to make the right moves at any moment, as this is exactly what he should have been able to do. Toss aside this emotion, it is just a name, and allow Matsuri to call him that. In a sense, I do understand the fact that, oh, shinobis should still be allowed to express emotions and that they are no longer emotional tools, but come on, selling the bag because of a name is absolutely crazy here. And that's the exact reason why I want Konohamaru to be devoured, so we don't have to see him in the manga anymore. But jokes aside, I really do believe that for the Senjus to actually be a valid group, at least somebody has to end up being devoured, and if it is Konohamaru, to me it would make a lot of sense. Matsuri wants to devour Konohamaru in the heat of emotion, not understanding exactly that it means that Konohamaru will be gone, but she wants to get rid of this pain that is being caused by Konohamaru, not accepting this mutual relationship that comes with calling Konohamaru in that certain manner. And due to Konohamaru not understanding that, we have a Matsuri who is acting in the way she does. And I really like this power here. We're seeing the way that Matsuri is capable of absorbing different people. To me, it seems that it is wood style that is circling Konohamaru, and this is what is going to allow her to devour her. They're almost encapsulated in this wood style that makes them see eye to eye, and this is the manner in which Konohamaru is going to be absorbed. And the biggest question here is what can be done? What will be done to end up saving Konohamaru? As what we are seeing here right now, it almost seems like there is nobody who's going to be able to protect Konohamaru. So is Kashin Koji going to allow Matsuri to end up devouring Konohamaru? If that is the case, it means that Matsuri absorbing Konohamaru will cause her to change in a manner that does end up benefiting the Leaf. Because we have Jura who talks about love and saying how love could potentially be their weakness and cause them to change and act irrationally. So maybe if Matsuri eats Konohamaru, she will get to fully comprehend this emotion of love and thus betray the Senju eventually, which would be a good thing for Kashin Koji, but it would ultimately lead to Konohamaru being devoured. So I don't really think Kashin Koji and especially Boruto are that dark of individuals to really give up on Konohamaru. What it does seem like is going to happen is that Konohamaru is going to be saved in some sort of manner. I personally don't want him to be saved, but it does appear like it will be the case. And the only person really I can think about being the person who can save Konohamaru is the likes of either he actually has that awakening that a lot of us really wanted him to have, where he uses Prince Enma and goes crazy. I doubt that will happen. I'm never investing in Konohamaru stocks ever again. But the most likely candidate is Kawaki, because if we now go off with a different interpretation of what Boruto's words are saying and what Boruto is truly concerned about, you would see that maybe it isn't actually Konohamaru that we have Boruto being afraid about. The real person that Boruto is concerned about is Sarada, as the first thing that was said after Ada ended up revealing that Konohamaru is going to be eaten, Boruto didn't clutch his hands at the time. We had Boruto first ask about Sarada's predicament, and after that was made clear that she was in danger and not likely to win, then we had a Boruto who actually clutched his hand, thus indicating that Boruto is worried about Sarada. And the other thing too, when we come to talk about various different things that we have been shown throughout the timescape so far in Boruto TBV Vortex, we have a panel of Boruto telling Sarada to survive no matter what, indicating that there may come a moment where she has to prioritize her survival, thus meaning that the true person that Boruto is worried about is actually Sarada. And that's what I am currently leaning on, because there has been quite the foreshadowing of something happening to Sarada. Not only did we see in chapter 5 Sasuke being worried about this future threats that only Boruto and Sarada would have to deal with, but also in chapter 2, the chapter where Sarada made her first cover experience, we had Boruto tell her to survive. And that phrase is not a phrase that I believe was meant to be taken just with the clawgrams, as we have seen that Sarada has showcased multiple times throughout the timeskip that clawgrams are not really a threat to her. Obviously, there was that moment where she was caught off guard and saved by that ninja. However, Boruto saying to Sarada to survive, I believe that it is applicable in multiple different manners, in the sense that Sarada could eventually face circumstances in which there is a high likelihood of either her being killed, turned into a Senju, or possibly be used as a method of getting Boruto to actually make an appearance. As we already know, Boruto in this chapter has singled out Sarada, indicating that he is worried about her safety. And this being a fact that Boruto is worried about Sarada could actually end up being Boruto's downfall, as the person who Boruto would not want that information to be revealed to is the likes of Jura. We know that Boruto obviously sees Sarada as somebody that is quite important. So if Jura teleports to that battle and tries to kill Sarada, we know exactly what would happen. Boruto will definitely make an appearance and try and combat the likes of Jura. So there are a number of scenarios in which we could see Boruto eventually make a step. And what is interesting here is also Koji's dialogue, saying that Boruto has to suppress that urge. His additional dialogue does indicate that there may be a moment where Boruto is finally able to act. And maybe it is after Sarada is actually put in a situation where the future is 100% guaranteed that she will be killed or devoured, and thus Boruto has to make an appearance, because what's the point of living if all of your loved ones end up dying? And that's what Koji's tactics may end up leading to. But with that being the case, it is still Boruto's biggest weakness. The fact that Sarada's safety, or perhaps lack of safety, may cause Boruto to act in a manner that jeopardizes the current mission, as he doesn't toss away his emotions and then goes and runs to find Sarada. So just off these couple of spoilers that have already been released, and I'm obviously showing a couple panels here and there, but if you're watching this a day later, you will probably see that it is blurred, because I'm not going to take the risk of getting a copyright strike. Really, that's the main reason why you guys never see me post the actual spoilers and showcase them on my page, because I've already gotten a strike with that before and I'm not taking the risk. However, talking about Sarada's current situation, the way I am thinking of it right now, there are only a few possibilities. It is either Sarada gets pushed to awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan in this current moment, due to the fact that we currently have a Ryu who has permanently taken the upper hand. Not only can he use his Iron Sand to control the likes of everybody in the battlefield next to him, but also a Yara, who was his biggest weakness, who was the person who was causing him the most trouble. He has now lost the ability to use his sword, as Ryu has teleported it away. And this has now made Ryu the threat that he truly is at the moment, as nobody can stop his Iron Sand. So Sarada is currently in one of the worst situations possible, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what ends up taking place. So if Boruto does come to save Sarada, Ryu would then make an appearance, and what will be the only thing that ends up stopping Boruto from dying, it would be for Sarada, who has caused Boruto to make an appearance and potentially jeopardize his life for her safety, to realize that she is currently weak and thus needs to activate her Mangekyo Sharingan, which would be the perfect way for her to do so. So I know a lot of people are saying, oh, where's the Mangekyo Sharingan, where's the Mangekyo Sharingan? But I really think that we are in the building phases, and especially with the chapter that is about to be released, we will see exactly with this next chapter. If she doesn't use the Mangekyo Sharingan next chapter, remember this video right here. She will awaken it, saving Boruto, who attempts to come and save Sarada. And through the same love that Jura sees as a weakness, she will awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan and greater power to protect and at least stall Ryu and call him to retreat, leading to Boruto being saved. And that's my personal opinion. But for a deeper analysis on how Sarada could awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan, or at least reawaken it, watch this video right here.